President Trump touting America's new economic golden age to business leaders in Miami while also warning of communism after New York City elected Democrat socialist Zohran Mamdani as mayor.
But the communists, Marxists, socialists, and globalists had their chance, and they delivered nothing but disaster. Decision facing all Americans could not be more clear. We have a choice between communism and common sense. Our opponents are offering an economic nightmare. We're delivering an economic miracle. The United States is not going communist in any way, shape, or form. We'll stop it. We're going to stop it.
Joining me now is campus reform reporter Emily Sturge. Emily, you are well known for focusing on our education system, our schools, what's being taught. But was it just a matter of time before a candidate like Zohran Mamdani won an election for a big place like New York City, thanks to what is being done in our schools, the indoctrination that's been going on now for decades?
Good morning, Todd. It's great to be with you. And yes, absolutely. For over a decade, we've been sounding the alarm at the Leadership Institute's campus reform that the higher education system is indoctrinating young minds with this sugar-coated view of socialism while also demonizing capitalism. But you don't have to just take it from me. We can actually look at some college course examples. Harvard University taught a course that taught that consumerism and capitalism leads to climate change. Williams College in Massachusetts taught that capitalism leads to workers suffering and the poor starving. And so when we dig into course syllabi, it makes sense of why so many young people, specifically in New York, Mamdani won 75% of the youth vote there. It comes right from the classroom.
And specifically women. I mean, men voted for Mamdani in huge numbers as well, but women over the top. Take a look. Fox News voter polling shows that 84% of the female 18 to 29-year-old vote was for Mamdani, 67% of men in that same age group. So, Emily, why are young women buying into this socialist message?
The left specifically targets young women. Young women are empathetic, and the left targets that specifically when it comes to issues like illegal immigration and abortion. But you know what? I'm very optimistic. This is not a generation that we can write off. And Todd, I'll remind you, just a year ago, Generation Z helped fuel President Trump's return back to the White House. Generation Z shifted to the right. And within the past 10-ish months of President Trump being back in the Oval Office, I've reported how Generation Z, as they've shifted to the right, have shifted toward faith, family, conservatism, Christianity, even a boom in patriotism. So I have a lot of optimism when I look at young people today.
Okay, but how do we stop this? I understand what you just said about faith. And it's great for the people that are experiencing that right now. But for the people in those numbers that I just mentioned, how do we get to them to communicate to them that, hey, capitalism allows you to go to school, allows you to have your job that you have right now. Socialism doesn't. So you should really get on the socialism train for the rest of your life and bring others with you.
We reform our education system. We teach a proper civics education. We teach history. We improve critical thinking skills within our education system. We should also be demanding transparency when it comes to curriculum, what's being taught in schools. And for students, when they're looking for a college, they should be looking for a college that prioritizes open debate, prioritizes intellectual diversity. We should also be investing our tax dollars. I mean, universities get federal dollars. It should be, those tax dollars should be going to universities that prioritize American values, uphold a proper civics education, instead of universities that tear those values down.
Quickly, are you concerned about the results of the election on the whole? Or are you saying, look, New York's always been liberal. It was just a matter of time before they went Democrat socialist as well?
I mean, we'll see what Mamdani's actually able to get done. It certainly was a wake-up call that we need to look at Generation Z. We need to reform our education system. But as we increasingly look at what Mamdani might be able to even do, I don't know, Todd. We'll see.
We will see. And it's obviously very concerning for the capitalists that live in New York City, which you would have assumed was everybody, but apparently not so. Emily Sturge, thank you. Have a great day.